Now, President-elect William Ruto and IEBC lawyers have warned that there will be an unprecedented constitutional crisis in the country should the Supreme Court nullify the August 9th presidential election. Lawyers Professor Githu Muigai for IEBC and Fred Ngatia, leading Ruto's defense, told the Supreme Court that part of the prayers sought by the petitioners include barring the IEBC chair, Wafula Chebukati, from holding public office, a move that could make it impossible to hold a repeat presidential election if granted. And as Stephen Leto reports, Ruto and IEBC legal teams pleaded with the top court to dismiss the petition.
It was President-elect William Ruto and IEBC day in court. The Githu Muigai, Fred Ngatia-led teams told the court that the petitioners' prayers have a potential of plunging the country into unparalleled constitutional crossroads.
That the order sought in the primary petition, apart from being contradictory, would take this country to a constitutional crisis.
Part of the petitioners' prayers is that IEBC chair Wafula Chebukati should be barred from holding public office. Ngatia and Githu Muigai say the petitioner Raila Odinga is on record warning that he will not accept Chebukati as chairperson in a repeat election.
Because the petitioner has repeatedly said he will not participate in an election held by IEBC under the chairmanship of Chebukati. We have adduced that evidence in the replying affidavit sworn by the first respondent. That replying affidavit is before you.
The greater headache for the IEBC lawyers is that the process to remove from office and subsequently recruit a new IEBC chair is a lengthy process that is likely to spill outside the 60-day window within which a repeat election is supposed to be held.
It is said that he should be removed from office and forbidden from ever holding public office. And I want to ask my learned colleagues for the petitioners, is that really a serious submission when the Constitution itself contains complex processes of the removal of a person? He's now to be removed here by reference to affidavits of hearsay on the back of hearsay?
According to the respondents' lawyers, should the crisis escalate beyond the removal of the IEBC chair before the fresh polls if ordered, then President Uhuru Kenyatta will have a prolonged stay in office, but with limited powers. This according to the President-elect's and IEBC's teams. President Kenyatta, who has limited powers, may not even make appointments of a new holder of the IEBC office that could fall vacant.
We now have the incumbent in office with the limitations in Article 134. Limitations which are set or cast in stone by the Constitution. The incumbent in office cannot even appoint anybody to take over from any of the public officers being vilified before you.
Totally uncharted waters. We have a caretaker government in place that is hamstrung in what it can do. We cannot set up a new government because an election was not declared. We cannot call a fresh election. I shudder to think what would have happened.
The lawyers further claimed that should the petitioners get the last laugh on Monday, the implication of their prayers risk spilling over to the lower seats.
So if this election is so badly flawed, as you are invited to find, then this court would have to find that every MCA, every MP, and every senator, and every governor was not properly elected and the whole of the government of the Republic of Kenya should be reconstituted afresh.
With the petitioners terming the August 9 presidential polls as a classical example of electoral heist and fraud of unimaginable proportions, the respondents are here to repulse the allegations, terming them collections of tragic comedies that will be put to rest by Supreme Court judges